Let me be the first one to congratulate the president for deciding to do this, because at the end of the day, we know that we have a 34 count convicted felon that is about to walk into the White House. So for anyone that wants to clutch their pearls now because he decided that he was going to pardon his son, I would say take a look in the mirror. Because we also know that when it comes to this cabinet has more people accused of sexual assault than any incoming cabinet probably ever in the history of America. So we are living in unprecedented times, and we know that this was completely political. As someone who serves on the oversight committee, this was gamesmanship the entire time.
How you guys feel about Jasmine Crockett? I mean, not what she just said, but just about her in general. She's starting to remind me of like a modern version of Jim Clyburn. You know what I mean? She's just out there for what? Cheerleading Joe Biden for pardoning his son after on multiple occasions he said that he wouldn't. He said he wouldn't. He had all his aides. That was the word from the White House. He wouldn't. It was just some shit during political season. And I think it's really low of Joe Biden to stoop to that. That he would say, I would never pardon my son. And then right after the holidays are upon us and they've spent Thanksgiving together. And then it's all of a sudden he wrestled with. And then Jasmine Crockett is one of those black people who is out there supporting Joe Biden, who has openly been racist toward black people during his career. And I want to understand, what is the benefit for Jasmine Crockett to be out there in any capacity supporting this? Who gives a damn? The problem is with me, and the problem that I have with it and have had with it is that Joe Biden said pretty much is a pledge when a president says some shit in front of microphones on multiple occasions, he wouldn't pardon his son. And it's his justice system. It isn't like Donald Trump is in office when his son got convicted. I just don't understand how it's just so easy for these people, Donald Trump included, to knock the justice system when it doesn't suit them. But then the Democrats turn around and go lower. Remember the Michelle Obama bullshit? When they go low, we go high. That shit is dead. And it never was even true. It was just a nice sounding thing. And look how the Obamas was acting. Look how everybody is acting. Look how Jasmine Crockett is behaving. She's like our version on the Democratic side of Marjorie Taylor Greene. I mean, that's what it is. Or some outspoken, animated character who just got some shit to say about everything, and she's admitted in the beginning she's not speaking for the caucus because she know the caucus is very careful and selective about the shit they speak on, but it ain't usually very much anything either. She is a caucus member, and she should know better than to be supporting that shit. And even if you do, you know what, let me take a step back. Let's say I do support it, like her. I support that Joe Biden, uh, let's hypothetically say I support it. Joe Biden pardoning his son is what any American would do. And let's just say we support it. My problem was he lied and said he wouldn't. You keep that stuff personal. But if you are going to go out and speak on it in the way you have, and then get supported by people like Jasmine Crockett, making it look like and black people are getting upset and angry over it. And the fact is, it just speaks to Joe Biden's mental clarity and his truthfulness. He's just not a very honest guy, and he never has been. This doesn't make a new Joe Biden. It's the same Joe Biden we've always known. He's a very racist man, and everybody only talks about racism on the Republican side and on Donald Trump's side. And it's because we've been either brainwashed or scared to say contrary to what the fact is. And we are, as black people, what is it, black men voting like 75% for Kamala Harris, 92% for the women, for the black women. That kind of stuff in itself lets you know where our heads are at. all up the Democrats' butt. We need to get our heads out of their butt and think for ourselves. There's no way that a party can go this many years without dedicating something to us, dedicating something for our support. It may not be what we want, it may not be exactly what we can negotiate for and really be happy about, but it might be all we can get. But it would have to be something. We've got zero. Being around people who act like they like you isn't that good. It's not, it's nice in short spurts, but when you have to be around these people during the mission of a political lifetime, a political career, and all they give you is nice smiles and pats on the back when you see other people progressing, when you see direct undivided attention being paid to immigrants but not to black people, and it never has been. And when it was directly undivided attention toward us, it was violent. So what we need is for our black leaders to focus on. If you're a caucus member for the Black Congressional Caucus, you should be focusing on black issues. And if Joe Biden pardoning his son is fine with you, that's all good, but don't compare with anything that Trump did because he hasn't pardoned any of his kids. So, and he was president and in a position to give his kids blanket immunity, I guess, if that can be done. Because I'm hearing it now that Biden is talking about doing it for Republicans. What in the hell is going on? Why would he have to give Liz Cheney? Liz Cheney lost her election and is no longer seated. She's done unless she can find a way to win her seat back, or if the Democrats want to take her under their tent. I'm trying to figure out how can Liz Cheney get blanket immunity from Biden when no, has she been charged with a crime? I mean, I'm not understanding Biden's reasoning, or people like Jasmine Crockett who support this kind of stuff. Anybody who thinks that Jasmine Crockett isn't heading down that road of Jim Clyburn, and isn't it weird they had the same initials? Ooh, that's the weirdest shit. But she's doing the same kind of shit he do. He's the reason we got Kamala Harris. Had he gone in there and pulled hard for Val Demings or someone else, any goddamn body else, Biden probably would have went with it. Hey, you know what, boss? I don't think we got no black women who's ready to go, and they would have did one another route. But Jim Clyburn was very influential because look what he did. He resurrected Joe Biden's whole campaign in that South Carolina, and it swept through the South, and he got the credit and probably just credit for that. It was possibly, um, I don't know. I was pretty impressed by the amount of black people that really listen to Jim Clyburn, because I think he's kind of like not the guy we should be listening to, and I'm starting to get that same feeling out of Jasmine Crockett. And hey, maybe some people don't see it coming, but I do. And I'm just tipping you off so we'll have conversations into the future about this. She needs to be paid attention to, and she's very fiery. And I just think that she's a little misguided right now. We need to rein her in, and we need to rein in all our black politicians and send them back out with different flight plans. Because what they doing right now ain't working for us, folks. Just ain't gonna work. Like, comment, share, and please hit the subscribe button. And I'll check you guys out on the next one. Bye bye.